What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, I finally went ahead and hopped back into Modern Warfare 2. You know, Season 2 Reloaded is coming, in one more day, I believe. So I wanted to hop on, get myself in the flow of the game again. So when Season 2 Reloaded comes out, I can hop in. I'm already in the flow. I can get my gameplay, my footage, get my impressions, and then make a video for you guys and move right back over, to another title. But on the other hand, I did want to hop back in as well, not only to prepare myself for Season 2 Reloaded, but to also see if, maybe I can just personally get back into the flow of this game as well, because realistically, I've said it multiple times on this channel, I do enjoy the gunplay, I do enjoy the gameplay to, a certain extent. It's just realistically the ego of the top devs refusing to listen to absolutely any advice that we have for the fundamentals of this game, and of course, the lack of content, the lack of love, just simply to 6v6. It's pointless. It's truthfully pointless, and it's very demotivating for any Call of Duty fan. Hence why a lot of people are just bailing over to different games right now to get a more fun experience, an experience that the developers actually care about and care for their community. But still, I wanted to hop back into the game, and I mean, honestly, just by seeing the gameplay in front of your own eyes, you know how my experience already went. I tried to play casuals, and it just didn't turn out to be casual. So obviously I went over to Infected, and it was a much more enjoyable experience, but realistically, what I usually come for Call of Duty 4 didn't deliver at all. It was just the same old, extremely thick skill-based matchmaking, which again, I could deal with, I could tolerate, but I do think it's very ridiculous, one, to not play the game for ages. I mean, you can go weeks without touching this game, and when you hop back into the experience, it literally matches you up like you were playing that game nonstop for all of those weeks. So if you take a break, you try out different games, you get used to different, mouse inputs, different gameplay styles, different movements, and then you come back over to Modern Warfare 2, they expect that you are already ready to go in Modern Warfare 2. It's just absurd to me. And then they don't lay off. It never lays off. Game after game after game after game after game. It's the same experience, the same people. There's no variety in gameplay across the board when it goes match to match. That's what I really loved back in the day, and I think a lot of you guys can agree with me as well. The variety of gameplay, the people that you meet, the interactions that you can have, the enjoyment that's to be had, but that's only allowed if the matchmaking algorithm gives you random outcomes. That's the only possible way. And it's just, it hurts, man. It really, really hurts. Right now, it feels like a chore to play Modern Warfare 2. I still didn't get the ISO or whatever the new assault rifle is yet. I can't say that because I just got it, but it took all the way up until this point. And it's because the battle pass hurts, and it hurts to grind through the system of COD. Like I said, not only is every match the same, not only do you get bored of the match-to-match basis, but at the same exact time, you are grinding a long, tedious battle pass that takes ages to complete. Maybe these other battle passes do take some time. Halo Infinite, Battlefield 2042, Overwatch. But all of these games have other ways that you can grind it as well. Whether it's weekly or even daily challenges that help you progress. And honestly, besides those points, I would say just the XP progression alone is way better compared to Call of Duty. They want you to do nothing else with your life besides invest your time into playing this game. It shouldn't be that way. It truthfully shouldn't be that way. Back in the day, that was never the case. I could hop on COD, any OG COD you could possibly think of, and I could still do it until this current date. And I can just dig my teeth in to the experience. Even the most bare-bone titles. Let's talk about World at War. No attachments, Well, I shouldn't say no attachments, but the most bare minimum. Same thing with Call of Duty 4 as well. I mean, that was basic COD. You also had absolutely no camos to grind for. The only reason you would hop on World at War is for three things. To complete the campaign, unlock zombies from that, and then play zombies, or progress through multiplayer. World at War relied heavily off of gameplay and progression. You had the prestige system. And in the classic prestige system, when you reset, you lost everything. You grind back up. You get everything again. You reset. That's what you relied off of back in World at War. You relied off of, fun challenges and stuff like that, but mostly just simply off of the progression and the atmosphere of the game itself, the gameplay. What happened to those days? Why can't we just simply get that back? It just seems like it's such a pointless challenge to get 6v6 to a spot where we can just be satisfied for once. The neglect is insane, and it hurts so freaking much because truthfully, like I said earlier, I enjoy what they had here. Just like with Modern Warfare 2019, I said the same exact thing. It had so much potential. The graphics, the animations, the engine, the core gameplay itself felt really smooth and good. But everything else surrounding that, from the foundation up, just failed. And they refused to fix it. And again, back then, I just kind of came to the conclusion that asking for things like that might have been a little extra. Maybe it was too much work to handle, I'm not a game designer. I don't know. I'm just a person who's very passionate about COD. And I'd like to share my ideas to help them grow COD. I want to see this franchise succeed, just like the rest of you guys probably listen to this video. A lot of people, if you're angry with Call of Duty, you're not angry with it because you want it to die. Maybe you want it to die so it can become better, but that's the overall picture. We want to see the franchise succeed, so we give our feedback. We try to help out where we can, the best we can. But then seeing all these other games take complete, 180 turns, like a lot of games. I mean, I always use Battlefield as an example and Halo, but even like Cyberpunk for an example. There's a lot of games that have released absolutely awful. The worst state that you could possibly ever imagine. And developers have completely turned it around. And they have done things that we have simply asked for much easier in Call of Duty, but they have done work that is 10 times harder in a much faster amount of time, basically in the same time period it takes for Infinity Ward to just simply nerf down a shotgun, over a month. It just feels disrespectful. And it hurts to be a fan of this franchise. And, I want to be ready for Season 2 Reloaded. I'm ready for the future of Call of Duty, but it's like every step I know it's just not going to be the same. And the excitement is almost still there. I almost still feel the spark, but it's basically gone at this point. It really is. I can still get that excitement when it comes to Call of Duty, especially at a new launch, if, like I said, I see the potential. But then the spark always gets drawn out by, devs ignoring us, horrible, gameplay decisions that have been made, horrible live service with a lack of content. Again, must I remind you that in order to get this map with Season 2 Reloaded, big tier content creators had to quit making content for Call of Duty. I really want you guys to think about this because this is extremely, this is real, this is serious. And it's bad. It's very bad for us as the consumer. Even if you like this game, this is just the ultimate disrespect. It truthfully is. The developers, or even Activision, it's not the developers because, obviously the 3,000 devs are working on this game, even though it's funny, but realistically it comes down to management and Activision. But they ignore all of our words, all of our feedback, everything that we have been saying for ages. And we even gave the same feedback right here as well, saying we need another map. We gave the same exact feedback, still ignored. It took the top tier content creators, top dogs who truly affect their payroll. Not people like us or even people who pull in tens of thousands of views. The people that they're worried about are people who are probably close to millions. They hyper focus on these individuals because they know they have so many eyes, even though our eyes are important as well. Every single person matters, but that doesn't matter to Activision and the top dogs. They only care about statistics. They see larger numbers. That's where their focus goes. But it took to the point of their biggest money bags leaving the game to finally add in one map. One map. We weren't going to get a map. Let that sink in, people. Let that sink in. Season 1, we got 2 remasters. Season 2, we got Museum, which was already in the beta. Nothing new. Absolutely nothing new. Nothing special. It's fun to play. I know it's a bad opinion, but I actually enjoy it to a certain degree. But it's nothing new. And we got Dome, another remaster. Nothing was going to be given to us with Season 2 Reloaded after that is the content lineup that we've had for the past 2 seasons. Once again, that's disrespect. And then ignoring us all the way till the point where they're about to lose people who will actually cost them a massive chunk of money. Then they finally listen But they don't listen to the overall picture. Forget everything else. They just listen to the one thing, the map. And they throw in a map that they claimed has already been ready. Keep that in mind as well. This map that they're giving us in one more day has already been ready, play tested, good to go. They were waiting for Season 3 to release this map. It has been play tested and ready to go. They know the game is in a state with a lack of content. They know 6v6 has no new maps. They have a map that has been readily play tested and good to go. And they were going to wait months to release it to us. They were gladly going to skip months of our time and not give us anything for 6v6 and probably put all their focus in Warzone and give us nothing. But I guess we're lucky enough because the big dogs basically threatened to leave the scene and stop making content about the game, and we finally got one singular map. Guys, it's just... It's tiring. It's very tiring to be a Call of Duty fan. It's one of the main reasons why, me personally, I moved over to a lot of different games just so I can get something fresh and, a respectful experience and not feel neglected all the time. Because being in this community, it really does do a toll on you. It brings bad vibes, bad energy. It truthfully does. I mean, you can, say that's crazy all you want, but it's true. Nothing is positive in Call of Duty, honestly. Even like the most positive of positive channels, you'll still find something negative about it. COD is just not meant to be positive. Even back in the day, it was still negative, but it was a fun negativity around it. It was fun jokes being made, fun things being done. COD was enjoyable in so many different factors, but now it's just pure negative. It's negativity and, the sweat competitive league. There's absolutely no in between. Yeah, we have casuals, and casuals do enjoy the experience. I'm not going to, deny it, but I would say even a lot of the casuals are not happy with the disrespect that the developers are providing here and the lack of content that 6v6 is receiving. They probably are hopping onto Warzone. You know what I'm saying? That's probably where everybody's going right now if they're still sticking around and playing Call of Duty. But ladies and gentlemen, I got to be honest, I think that's it when it comes to Modern Warfare 2. Will this game last until Season 3? I don't think so. A new map and a marksman rifle, I don't think it's going to be enough. And of course, they're going to be adding in a handful of new party modes and stuff like that. But again, I don't think that's going to be enough. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy playing Infected. I enjoy, playing all the party modes and stuff like that. But when I hop on COD, I just want to get into random matches, thrown into the, rotation of the Call of Duty players, playing team deathmatch, domination, casually vibing out with you guys. I'm always streaming, so I always have open lobbies, and we're always having a good time chatting it up. Nobody's taking it that serious. And yet every single game is the same exact replica. The Battle Pass takes 2 years to grind through. I mean, it took me 5 hours just to get through like three of the tiers in one of the big tiers. So basically, 3 tiers in 5 hours. That's insane. I can't keep up with it. I can't keep up with it. They want too much of your time, and the game isn't worth that much of your time right now. There's nothing to realistically bring you back, and until that happens, I don't know how they're planning on pulling anybody back into the 6v6 experience. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, for brand new, enjoy the content, don't subscribe with that notification button. Also, want to chat with us too, we do so, Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also want to catch me with live streams of video games over on Twitch, with those in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you all next one. Peace out.